Hello, I'm so glad you've joined me here today. I'm sitting beside our circle of the church year, our calendar that shows the liturgical seasons. And now we're in Easter. Remember, Easter is not just one Sunday. Easter is such a great mystery that it flows over into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Sundays of Easter. Remember, in the winter, we heard the stories that Jesus told, the parables. In Lent, we heard the stories of Jesus and his earthly ministry. Now that we're in Easter, we're hearing stories of knowing Jesus in a new way. And look, the color has changed to white, the color of pure celebration. Look, the Holy Family. White is underneath the Holy Family now. They are celebrating Easter also. Will you join me now in a story, one of the stories of knowing Jesus in a new way? But first we'll have to get ready. Can you sit still? Maybe do crisscross applesauce with your legs? Take a deep breath. Oh, whatever it takes to sit down and be comfortable and still while we hear the story. On the first Sunday of Easter, the women went to the tomb. There were 3 women named Mary. One was Mary, the mother of Jesus. One was Mary, the mother of James. And one was Mary Magdalene, a good and strong friend. They were carrying spices to finish the burial of Jesus. And they wondered how would they get inside the tomb. But when they arrived, they saw that this great stone had been rolled away from the opening of the tomb. And they went inside, and they saw nothing. Nothing at all, except a white linen cloth that Jesus' body had been wrapped in. The women ran back to tell the disciples, but most of them did not believe them. But Peter jumped up and ran to the tomb, and some say John did too. Some say John got there first, but waited for Peter at the opening to the tomb. And they went inside. Jesus was gone. He was gone. He was really gone. But they felt his presence even in his absence. They went back, but Mary Magdalene stayed at the opening to the tomb and wept. Then she heard voices. "Woman, why are you weeping?" And through her tears, she could see 2 men dressed in white. "Jesus is gone. He is gone to Galilee. Tell the disciples to follow him there." Then another voice. "Woman, why are you weeping?" She turned and looked and thought it was the gardener, and told him, "Where have they taken him? Tell me so I may come and take him away." "Mary?" Then she recognized the voice. It was Jesus, and she must have stepped forward because he said, "You cannot hold me. I am resurrected but not ascended." And then he went away. And Mary went back and told the others. Later in the afternoon on the same day, 2 men followers of Jesus were traveling from Jerusalem to Emmaus, about a 7-mile journey. And as they went, their heads must have been shaking back and forth as they discussed all the confusing things that had happened. The cross, the empty tomb. What did it all mean? And then a stranger joined them. And the stranger was not noticed at first until he asked, "What are you talking about?" And they answered, "Are you not the only person in Jerusalem that doesn't know what has happened in these past 3 days?" What happened? And they told him about the tomb, the cross, the empty tomb. What did it mean? "Oh, you are foolish and slow of heart," he said. And the stranger began to tell them stories from Scripture. "Do you not remember that when you were trapped in Egypt, Moses led you through the water to freedom? And do you not remember when you were trapped in your freedom, God gave Moses the 10 Commandments to guide you? And do you not remember that when you were trapped in exile, the prophets told you a child would lead you, and someone would come and suffer and die so that you might be fully alive?" And then they were in Emmaus. Their trip had gone quickly as they talked to their stranger, and the stranger began to walk away, but they asked him to stay, to come with them for supper. They went inside the inn and sat down at a table. And the stranger picked up the bread, gave thanks to God, broke it, and shared it with them. And then they knew it was Jesus. And then he was gone. They sat at the table for a while. And they said, "This is why our hearts burned so as we talked to him, walking down the road to Emmaus." And quickly they got up and hurried to Jerusalem to tell the others. Now, I wonder if there's something in your home or something you remember in this room that you think you should put beside these stories. Something that you think feels like it belongs with these stories. Think about it. The story of the empty tomb, of knowing Jesus, even in his absence. The story of knowing Jesus in the breaking of the bread. I wonder what you're thinking about. You know what I'm thinking? What came to my mind? I was thinking about Mother Mary. Mother Mary from our Holy Family, the mother of Jesus. She was one of the women that came to the empty tomb. And when I heard this story, I thought about the table of the Good Shepherd. I don't know what you thought of, but I thought of the good table of the Good Shepherd and the bread and the wine that we share there. Now I wonder, what part of these stories did you like the best? What was your favorite part of the story of the empty tomb and feeling Jesus' presence even in his absence? What was your favorite part of the story of the road to Emmaus and knowing Jesus at supper in the bread, in the breaking of the bread? Talk with your family about these things. Let me know what you think. And then join me again the next time we tell some more stories about knowing Jesus in a new way. Thank you for being with me. Goodbye.